$5 pizzas and $100 steaks. All right, let's look at society. It's two different classes of people. You know, people with the money will say, and I'm going to talk, I mean, not a lot of people that buy $100 steaks go to Little Caesars. They don't even buy their children that shit. You know, and my whole point behind this is well, that's a choice, Matt. Okay, well, let's do the inventory on that choice. You know, not everybody gets an education that people say, well, the schools are, it's how hard the child works. Well, you have to look at the environment that the child grows up in. You know, if a child grows up in a rough life, they're going to be very street smart. They're going to have a lot of smarts that the child that's put in all these different private schools, they're not going to have a lot of street smarts. They're not going to have any kind of common sense when it comes to out here in this world. You know, and so from day one, you've already got division being grown. We ain't even talking about color. We ain't. You know, children growing up in inner cities as opposed to children growing up in the country. You know, those are two different lives. Which is, country's about gone. I mean, everything's pretty much materialized. But I mean, you grow up in the city and all you learn is how to have greed. You know, how to blame, how to never earn anything on your own. Just go do your little bit of time at whatever work permit or working thing that you have and then go screw around. And that's normal because you grew up in it. Parents grew up poor, so they moved to the city. The city life was developed so glamorous that it's like, we're going to pull them into the city. You know, create all this stuff they can work for, and it makes them, they think that they've actually done something in a materialistic world, and that's it. You know, but that's my whole point is this, is we have people that run this country and run the world that have never lived down here with us. Black, white, whatever. They've created the projects, they've created the trailer parks, they created the pills, they created the alcohol, they created the separated families, they created the, you know, division, the racism, everything. And it's too hard for us to see that we have been raised, you know, from day one into what we're dealing with, whatever it is. And it's all lies. You know, whatever our upbringing is, it gets us ready for this. You know, the more money that you have, the more you're going to protect that money. You're not going to research anything. As opposed to being broke, having enough of just being broke. Can actually read a little bit. That's, your want is there more than the drive to save all of your material possessions. So when we actually look at it, the people have never lived like us. They ain't never struggled. They went bankrupt and then we've bailed them out. You know, has anybody bailed you out when you went bankrupt? No, they didn't. Court. They still own the court. They still get all the money. You know, not until we get somebody out there to speak on behalf of us, which is me, my brother, black guy, since y'all want to hear that. And what we'll do is share our experience, strength, and hope with a nation so full of anger, the energy of anger, the bad emotions that are driven each and every day through the television. We'll be going up against generational hate, generational racism, generational, we're not believing anything y'all say because the TV's right, Matt, and your brother. We're not going to listen to you because we are warped. Okay? You know, y'all strive after lifestyles that are phony. They put them people on TV, and at a young age, you see that. Whether you're broke or whether you got don't have any money, you've already made a goal for the rest of your life that's materialistic and worldly. You know, you have a spot waiting on the other side, and you'll never get there when you don't never pay any attention to the heavens You don't look around, pay attention to the environment, the nature, God, Mother Earth. That's why we're here. You know, slowly your whole life has been, we are in a matrix. It's not a matrix that you're thinking about, but the world itself is a matrix because it is made up. You know, that engineer was talking about how the moon, he said, you know, solar eclipses do this, and he goes, it's not supposed to do that because, and I'll have to look back further, depending on where you're at on the earth, because you can physically see it. So the people there know the truth, but they ain't nobody can say shit. They can't say nothing. What are they gonna do? They own the social media. You know, that's why these videos are being taken down, the ones that we upload. And then people go, yeah, that's right. That's right, man. It's because it's false. How do you know it? Even if it's false, then why would they not keep the shit up? You know, it's like me. This should be a fucking guilty plea of like, you know, they ignore him. He sent shit in all these news stations and got here and here. They banked on him relapsing and he didn't. And he's right about them never making flat earth movies, never implying flat earth anywhere or a dome-like structure. Anything that it implies in the scripture, nothing. It's always space, 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 space. Dinosaurs, 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 dinosaurs. You know, Satan, 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 Satan. You know, follow us. This is Jesus. This is Jesus. This is Jesus. This is Jesus' image and vanity and money. That's all that. And you know what we've done? From day one, the rich and the poor have followed into that shit because the rich ones never got to actually play ball like they want to. So they fly off the chain, you know, break themselves in half to go play ball. And, you know, the ones poor do whatever it takes to make a little extra, and it's wrong to begin with, but they give it to us because they know it's wrong and they know it's going to distract us from seeing everything for what it is. But we ain't never going to get nowhere watching that TV. You got to throw that shit away. Ask yourself, you know, can I look at this like this is generated? Or if you can't, then from day one it's just over. Love you.